Welcome to Four Purls in Winter Haven, Florida. You may know this as the home of Emma's Yarn, but did you know that it's actually a full family affair? We're going to learn a lot more about that later on as we tour around, but first, let's go see some beautiful yarn. I'm here with Katrina, who's a yarnista here at the Four Purls, and she's going to give us a tour. But you have to tell us what you're wearing to start.
I am wearing the Third Coast sweater. It's designed by Laura Dobratz, and I made it with Emma's yarn and the DK and her DK weight, and the color is a Foxy Lady.
Ooh, I like it.
As you know, I'm foxy.
All right, where are we going to start in here?
So we're going to start with the front of the store. We are set up by yarn weight.
Okay.
So fingering weight is right up front here.
Back there.
And we'll start with this.
Perfect.
So here in Florida, it's warmer. So we sell a lot of fingering weight yarn, lots of shawls, some socks, you know, lighter weight because it's warm here. You'll see Emma's yarn everywhere.
Everywhere. Do you know how many colors there are?
I do not know how many colors there are.
Hundreds and hundreds and
there's
hundreds,
at least 100 colors.
Yeah.
And we have all of her colors available, all of her bases available. You can get here. So you will see Emma's yarn everywhere because we're, of course, partial to Emma. She has a few bases in fingering weight. This is her practically perfect base.
Okay.
It is 80-20, so it's a superwash merino wool, and then 20% nylon. Nice. So this one is good for socks because the nylon gives it a little stretch. It's one of my favorites for like tees, small tees, shawls. We also have her silk base, which is also 80-20, superwash merino wool and silk. And the drape,
a little shinier.
Yes,
nice.
It's shinier. The drape on it, I believe this one's made with the silk, and it drapes so pretty because of the silk in it.
Beautiful.
We have the mini bar,
yes,
which is the Practically Perfect Smalls are awesome. They're basically, if the Practically Perfect Small wall had little babies, this is it. So they are great for like heels and toes on socks, stripes, or even if you're not sure about a color and you just want a little sample swatch, it's great for that. This is one of my favorites. It's the Slubby Slub. So it's the slub yarn with the bumps on it. I love the texture of this one, and for me, it's fun just because I can't wait to see what the next bump is going to do.
Yeah.
This is the Ranunculus, and it is made with the slubby yarn. You can see like
it
all
has
the
a
little
nice
bumps.
texture.
I think that's fun. Yeah. When you knit with it, especially on bigger needles, it goes really quickly, and it's like breezy and airy.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect for here.
Yes, perfect for here. So here we have, it's not fingering, but it lives up here. This is Emma's Yarn Cotton DK, which is going to be a little thicker than fingering weight. DK yarn is like if you held 2 strands of fingering weight together, it makes DK weight.
I didn't know you had a cotton base.
She does have a cotton base.
Gosh.
So like I said, we have all of her bases, all of her colors.
Amazing.
We are her home store. Cotton takes the color differently. So it's a little lighter than her other bases, but I love it.
Soft.
Yeah, it's softer.
I like that.
Yeah. Here we have Emma's Yarn Mohair, which is a lace weight, but it lives up here with our lighter yarns as well. Some people don't like mohair, you know, it could be a little itchy, but
let me see.
I love it. It gives your garments like a nice halo, like that fuzzy, like cozy feel.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. This is Emma's Yarn Singles, single ply, also merino and nylon blend. Single ply is also, it just depends on what kind of drape you like. And that's the thing about Emma's Yarn and having so many different bases and fingering. There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
It just depends on what kind of drape you like.
Definitely.
But again, all her colors. Moving around here, we've got like all of our little samples here, which lots of the yarnistas, I think pretty much all of us help in making the samples. We have friends of the store who make samples for us. And samples are great because a lot of customers want to see, hey, what does this look like knit up? And we can say, oh yeah, this was
Looks
made
like
with
this.
Yeah.
And I see some crochet samples too.
We do have some crochet. We're trying to get more crochet samples in. There are a few of us that crochet as well. And we just started Tunisian crochet. Yes, so I just started Tunisian crochet, which I've fallen in love with. So I'm trying to get better so I can put some of those samples in as well. But not yet. I got to practice some more. Again, this is Emma's Yarn Beautifully Basic. It is 100% superwash merino wool. And it's a little thicker. It's got like a 4-ply twist to it.
And this is still fingering weight?
This is still fingering weight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's so many different options.
She has so many different options.
Yeah.
And then her last one is...
Last fingering weight.
Last fingering weight is the Hella Hank.
Okay.
It's called the Hella Hank because it's a hell of a lot of yarn. It's 600 yards.
Wow.
It has cashmere and superwash merino. It's going to be an 80, 10, and 10. So 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere.
Nice.
And I love this one just because of the little bit of cashmere in it and the drape on it is really nice.
This would be great for garments, right?
Yes, you can do a lot of shawls with just one of these. I've done tees with just one. It's 600 yards.
Yeah.
Like, it's a ton of yarn.
Yeah. So I see you have some other brands too.
So we have, this is Lobby and Ami, which we carry her in fingering as well.
Okay.
This is the worsted.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's got like, it's a little bit rougher than most yarns, but it's got like, it's still cozy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's like the woolly wool,
the
kind of
woolly
an outer layer.
Yeah. And we have this one, which I love this brand. It's her Corey Confetti.
Yeah.
It's recycled like bits of yarn that she makes
cool.
into skeins. Yeah, you can see like
that's super
little bits
fun.
of recycled yarn. I think that's an awesome concept.
Oh,
Emma's Most Love is one of my favorites as well. It's going back to fingering, but it's a skein of mohair and a skein of slub together, and it can make beautiful shawls.
Oh, that's pretty.
Like that one. That's the Nolani by Laura Dobratz. But this is nice because it's, we call it Born on the Same Day. So it's dyed in the same batch. So you know it's going to match if it's all hanked up together.
Okay, cool.
Because, hand-dyed yarn is hand-dyed by human.
Right.
So it is going to be different from batch to batch. So with the Most Love, the mohair and the slub were dyed on the same day in the same batch.
I feel like this is like a project, like a kit almost. Like grab it and go. Be a good gift for knitters, crocheters here.
Great gift if we're still looking for gifts for your favorite knitter or crocheter.
I will always accept gifts.
Yes.
Any time of year.
So we're moving over into the worsted area of the store. Malabrigo Rios is one of my absolute favorites. I love their colorways. It's super soft to touch. It's great for hats, scarves, sweaters, everything. It's one of my favorites. We also have Emma's Yarn Worsted. She lives here.
Nice.
We also carry Barocco cotton. We have a lot of Barocco remix. So this is all worsted weight as well. More cotton here because you do have a lot of people come in with wool allergies. So you want to make sure they have options as well. We do carry the Barocco Vintage is great. This is my go-to for beginners when they're not real sure if they want to commit to the craft yet. And it's okay, what do you have? So I always kind of send them to the Barocco Vintage because it's a great price point and it's really easy to work with as a beginner. This is our DK section. So again, Emma's Yarn DK.
Awesome. And what is this 100%
This
merino?
is 75-25.
Oh, nice.
So 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon.
Very nice.
Barocco Vintage also has a DK, which lives here. We have Barocco Vintage Baby, which is DK, which is
they had that.
Great for the baby gifts.
Yeah.
I love knitting for tiny humans. It goes quickly. The yarn is soft. The colors are soft. Emma's Yarn also has a drapey DK, which has silk in it. So again, I think it's 75-25. 70-30, excuse me, of superwash merino and silk.
Beautiful.
Let's see, what else do I have in DK World here?
Oh, there's some minis.
Yes. So the DK weight yarn also has babies. So that's our Simply Spectacular Smalls in DK weight. Again, good for stripes and cuffs and depending on the weight you like. We do have some Miss Babs, which is,
nice.
I know people love Miss Babs. Again, this is fingering weight as well. So she has some really great colors.
Beautiful.
I had a favorite one, but I think it sold.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's all right. Let's see, what else? Oh, Surrey Silk from Emma's Yarn. If you're not a big mohair fan, Surrey Silk is awesome. It's like taking a nap. I want to take a nap on it. It's so soft. Laura made this is the front of you cowl that's out of the Surrey Silk. So this is how it knits up, and it's just, you want to touch it?
It's really nice.
So nice.
Yeah, let me feel that.
Yes.
Oh, it's so lightweight.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We do have roving. We have Malabrigo roving. We have Emma's Yarn
I didn't
roving.
know.
Yes, for all of our spinners. We love our spinners as well.
That's so fun.
I love this shelf. Our yarnista, Marianne, organized all this, and it's just so pretty, all the colors.
It is pretty. I don't spin. Do you spin?
I don't spin.
One day I'm going to learn to spin.
Yes.
That's my next thing.
I think I would like to try spinning just for the experience, but I like my yarn ready to go.
What about needles?
So needles, we keep all of our needles behind the counter.
Okay.
Yeah, so we like for customers, because then it gives us more time to interact with our customers as well. So if they come in and ask for needles, we just tell them behind the counter. And most of the time they like to get them on their way out. So this is our bulky section for, like, you know, those who have winter and need the thick hats and scarves and thick sweaters. So all of our bulky yarn lives here. Again, we have Barocco chunky, which is great. We have one of my favorites, again, Malabrigo Rasta.
Oh, yeah.
This stuff is huge. I lived in Colorado for a while, and I knit with this one all the time. And of course, Emma's Yarn bulky is great. She lives up here. Bodacious bulky is what we call it. This is what,
it's a good name.
These are two of my favorite colors in Emma's Yarn, pure and gnarly. Like, okay,
Those are pretty.
Yes.
I'm with Laura, who is the owner of Four Purls, and we're going to talk about bags because they've got some great bags here. So who is this one?
Okay, love these bags. This is Beautiful Sister, and this is the Heather bag, and then they have other styles as well. A zipper bag. This is the Hillary bag.
Are those oranges?
Some zippers. But this is my favorite bag. This is the Heather bag. Fits on your arm. You can put it on your office chair. You can put it on your beach chair. You can tuck in the flap, and you can have it like this. Sometimes I'll tuck these in too if I just want it really baskety. And fill with yarn. And then when you're ready to go, you can tie the ties. Secure all your goodies.
Cool.
And so Heather and Hillary are sisters, and they hand sew all of their bags. They designed this bag, and we're super big fans.
Yeah.
In this store.
Said they're out of Chicago?
They are out of Chicago. We specifically request Rifle Paper Company fabric, and so they make them for us in this fabric. Rifle Paper Company is a company that started in Florida, and they make fabric and they make paper goods, and they're always just Florida-esque. So
wait, I see there's a little pocket inside too.
Yes, there's a pocket inside
cute.
for your
accessories and
stitch
things.
markers, scissors,
I love that.
lip gloss.
Those are great. And
they are great.
Who do you have here?
Okay, this bag is really fun too, and we have a bunch of different styles of these. This Emily, who works here, she's one of the yarnistas at Four Purls. She makes these bags, and typically she'll make these bags for our specialty boxes. We do like a box every season, and we fill it with all kinds of fun stuff. So she and I have a lot of fun picking out like good fabric that goes with the boxes.
Yeah.
And she'll make different designs and styles. So she made a small, tiny version of this for our last box, and we were like, can you make that big? I need a big one. So then she made them bigger for us. So we always have something unique in here from her because she'll just do whatever.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And then our other favorite bags are the Attenti bags. Attenti is a mother-daughter, actually like the whole family. The dad makes the tassels.
No way.
Team in California, and their bags are exquisite. They shop for fabric all over the world, and they make them specifically for makers, but like also you could use this as your everyday purse.
Yeah.
But there's little pockets tucked in for makers and stuff. So that's our other favorite.
Those are super cool.
We love when Attenti boxes come. It's like,
yeah. What's the
really
next
fun.
fabric going to be?
I know. It's exciting.
I like
So
those.
yeah, those are our
Tons
bags.
of bags.
Tons of bags. You got to have a bag for everything.
I
Like
know.
every project needs a bag.
Absolutely. Something that's kind of unique for the store is all of these amazing kits that you put together. So tell us what we have here.
Okay, these are our theme packs. And so our theme packs are a group of colors that work cohesively with each other and kind of fit into a theme. The name theme pack is kind of like a hint to our area where we have Disney and Legoland and Universal Studios, the theme park theme pack kind of thing. So we have regular occurring theme packs, and then we do these fun limited edition theme packs too, with just, we go wild in the dye studio and make fun limited edition theme packs.
I love the brights.
Isn't that the best? I know. So many brights.
Pretty.
And so we have some fun patterns that go along with these. This is my Tropical Dilemma. It uses a theme pack. This is my Flora Days. It uses 2 theme packs or an advent set or like all your leftover everything.
Nice.
And then this is a blanket that was designed by one of our yarnistas, Emily, and it uses the DK theme pack. So
Pretty.
we have some ideas, but I mean, come on. You can come up with all kinds of things to use mini skeins for.
Yes.
So the theme packs are kind of our favorite.
Pretty.
Here. So the Kuma kit has been our all-time top seller, everybody's favorite, everywhere project. It's a super, super simple cowl. It has these little sections of only mohair. So it lays, it makes it kind of like fold and lay really nice. You don't have like a ton of bulk, but you have like that soft halo of mohair. And so it just uses a mohair, a couple of mini skeins.
5 minis? Nice.
And we have it in both a knit and a crochet version. So the kits come with like a download code so you can get both versions. So if you're a crocheter, you can make it. If you're a knitter, you can make it, or you can make both. But this has just been, this is so much fun. These kits are like
they're beautiful.
potato chips. You can't stop knitting them. So yeah, there's the crochet version.
Oh my gosh,
You
it's
see, it
so
still does it
pretty.
still lays the same,
Oh, wow.
but it's soft and pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Another really fun kit that we do is this ice cream social.
Oh.
It's, again, mini skeins because it's so much fun to use color. This is designed by Paper Daisy Creations, and we do a lot of collaborations with her. We do a lot of collaborations with a lot of designers to get the kits just right. And most of those kits are going to be on our website. We don't always have all of them in the store. Of course, we can pull the colors together in the store, but they are all listed on our website.
Nice.
So tons of kits, and we have new ones all the time. It's our favorite thing to do.
Now, where do you ship?
We ship everywhere.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I think you said you ship every day.
We ship every day.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Every day. Our mail lady eats her lunch here. She loves us, and
That's
she
so
picks
cool.
up her packages, and then usually she'll swing back by at the end of the day if she has time and pick up anything else that we packaged up that day.
Aw, that's
So
sweet.
yeah, it's really fun. So I want to show you our Love and Leche, our Little Bee lotion bars, and our Little Bee lip balm. This is an all-natural lip balm, all-natural lotion bars, just made with beeswax, coconut oil, calendula flowers, almond oil, and essential oils, no fragrances. And we make these here in Winter Haven in our studio. My favorite thing are the lip balms. This is new. We just developed these, and we've designed this packaging so that the larger fingers will fit. So it's for men and for women, or big fingers and little fingers can get in there. And it's completely biodegradable. There's no plastic. Even the ink is biodegradable. So it's very, very friendly to the environment. And it's great for your lips. So we talked a little bit about how my whole family is involved here, and my son, John Paul, is the Love Leche guy. So he designed all this packaging, and he pours these bars by hand in our studio.
We thought it would be fun to ask everyone what their favorite Emma's Yarn colorway is, so let's go see what they picked out.
Hi, I'm Marianne, and I'm the manager of Four Purls and also resident colorista. This is my favorite Emma's Yarn color. It's called Happily Ever After. It was a color I had custom dyed for me by Emma and Aspen from a piece of fabric that I found in my mother's house after she passed away. And all the colors reminded me of her, and so this is it. And it's just fun, and they got ready to have a Disney retreat that Four Purls was doing the marketplace, and they wanted to call it something that was very specific to one Disney movie, and I just kind of said, you know, you're going to cut out all the other Disney fans that like different Disney movies, so why don't you name it Happily Ever After, and then everybody will like it. And so it is called Happily Ever After, and it is a very popular color.
I'm Donna. I'm a yarnista here at Four Purls. I've been here since the beginning, whenever Laura just started the shop. I thought she was crazy to open a yarn shop in Florida, but I went with it, and I've been here ever since. Some of my favorite yarns, because I loved all of Emma's yarns, are Christmas sprinkles, because Aspen dyed this one specifically for me for Christmas in July. Another one is this just in, because it's red, white, and blue, and they know that I love everything that's red, white, and blue. And then this one, just because it's fun, it's called Grove Roots, and it has yellow and teals and some of my favorite colors in it, and it's just a favorite color because it's always happy. And I've knitted a bunch of the samples here in the shop, not as many as all the others, but I did the Year of the Gnomes for the shop. And so we have the whole 16, they lied because there's not 12, there's 16 different gnomes, and we did them all in there, and we sold the kits for those and the fun things like that.
Okay, so picking my favorite colors is really hard because this is my kids' artwork. Okay, my kids made every single one of these colors. So, but I narrowed it down. My favorite color is vacay. This is like a vacation. I mean, look at these colors, it's great. And then Shut the Front Door. My front door is hot pink. So the kids matched my front door and dyed my front door. Harbor, I am like a total teal freak, so I love this color. Buttonwood, this color is named for sunflower fields that I used to take the kids to every year up in New England. So Buttonwood Farms has this gorgeous sunflower field, and the kids dyed this to commemorate that. But right now I am in my glamping era, and this color is my go-to. Like every time I design something or pick a project, they say, are you gonna do that in glamping again? Because this color, I mean, come on, this color's great. So those are my favorites.
And a lot of them are in your, I think, in your top.
Yes, so see, I'm true to it. These are my colors right here.
Hi, I'm JD. I'm the resident yarn husband here at Four Purls. And my favorite Emma's Yarn colors are, of course, Yarn Husband. The girls developed and dyed this color for me a couple years ago for my birthday, surprised me. It's actually become a really hit with other knitters, and so I'm happy about that. My second favorite color is Wish You Were Beer. This color, totally looks like beer, reminds me of beer, and since we own the local Union Tap Room, it's also appropriate for me.
All right, my favorite Emma's Yarn colors, I love bright colors. So one of my favorites is Shut the Front Door because it's like, bam, you can see me in the dark. I did a whole tee out of this one. I love Pure because it's like calming, like, I don't know, the ocean, the water, I don't know, but I love Pure as well. And then Shell Yeah is one of my favorites because it was not supposed to be a regular color. It was in a theme pack, and I fell in love with it. And I asked Aspen and Emma how much they loved me and if they would dye a batch for me so that I could make a full cardigan out of it. So they did, because they love me, and they got the name Shell Yeah because I was knitting my cardigan in Hawaii on the beach, is where I knit most of the cardigan. I was trying to get it ready for New York sheep and wool. So anyway, that's why it's named Shelia. So this is my absolute favorite because they did it at my request. Thanks, Aspen and Emma.
I am sitting down with Laura Dobratz, the owner of Four Purls, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the history of the store. So tell me, how did Four Purls get started? How long have you been here?
We have been here since 2010. So I
Wow.
moved from Michigan to Florida and had a really hard time finding wool to knit with. You know, you're from the north, you're used to knitting with wool. Nobody in Florida was knitting with wool at that time. So I said, well, I'm just going to have to open my own store so that I can have my own wool supply. Because wool is great for this temperature, even though people think, oh my gosh, it's Florida, it's so hot. Like, what do you knit with? Well, we knit with wool. Wool's temperature regulating. It keeps you cool.
It doesn't
warms
absorb
you up.
sweat. Like
It doesn't
cotton
absorb
will, like,
sweat. Yes.
Yeah.
Keeps its shape. It's
Yeah.
like the most wonderful thing for all environments. So I had to open my own store. So I started in this tiny little corner. Friends owned a building and they were like, well, you can just try it out. I think they were all like, okay, this new girl's crazy. And it was busy. So within 6 months, we signed our own lease. We moved into a building twice the size, and we were there for about 3 years. And then we had the opportunity to double in size again and purchase a building. And so that's
Wow.
where we are now, is in our own building
Nice.
and our forever yarn home.
So you've been here since what
We've
year?
been here since, oh gosh, that's like a quiz question. So we would have been here since 2015,
Oh,
2016,
nice.
right around there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Open since 2010.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think you said you used to have your Emma's Yarn Dye studio in the back, right?
We did. So on the other side of this beautiful wall,
Mhm.
we had a small dye
Oh, over
studio.
here, okay.
Yeah. So there was a little door that's now covered.
Yeah.
But we have a little dye studio over there. But that also grew
yeah.
quickly. And so now they're located like 2 blocks away.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to the Emma's Yarn connection in a second, but I want to know where the name Four Purls came from.
Well, Four Purls is named for my 4 pearls, my 4 kids. So I have
Aw.
2 girls, 2 boys, and they are my pearls. They're my special pearls.
Aw.
So that's where the name came from.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Did you like call them that like before, like the knitting
Yeah,
pearl?
yeah.
Aw.
I mean, because I've always knitted.
Mhm.
So I've always kind of like made funny
That's super
jokes
sweet.
about them being my pearls.
When did you learn to knit? Were you a child?
I was a teenager.
Okay.
So I learned to knit when I was 16,
Mhm.
and pregnant for my first pearl. And
Aw.
so my aunt sat me down and she said, well, you need to learn how to knit.
Of course.
So she taught me to knit.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And now you also design.
I love to design. And I feel like I came out learning designing because that was back in the time where you know, it was more difficult to find patterns. Knitty.com was like brand new, and I would just wait for that server to load those patterns. And I just found myself just spending hours and hours learning different stitch combinations and figuring out what I liked.
Yeah.
And then later, when I had the store, you know, when you own a yarn shop, people come in and they want something specific, and you can't always find exactly what they want, you know, and so you're like, well, let me write down for you how to do that. Oh yeah, well, just, you know, you can change this way, or, you know, whatever. And so that kind of grew into publishing those patterns,
That's
and
super cool.
Ravelry made that possible.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
but I
wearing
love it.
one of your designs. Which one
Yes, this is the Collins tee.
I love it.
And yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. It can be colorful, or it can just be 2 colors. I just did it in a worsted weight in just one color. So you just see the texture, and that was really fun too.
Okay, so this Four Purls it's kind of a family business. Like,
Totally.
how is everyone involved in
Okay.
Four Purls? And then also, like, y'all are Emma's Yarn too. So tell
Yes.
us, like, how that all connects.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, everybody in the family is involved. And it is a whole lot of fun. But Emma's Yarn started, so the kids always worked here. You know, as soon as they were old enough to have a job, they
Yeah.
worked at the yarn shop.
Yeah.
Emma's Yarn started because when she was 15, we homeschooled, and she needed a little bit of extra help hands-on with proportions, with some of our chemistry things.
Mhm.
She's always been kind of a hands-on learner.
Mhm.
So we learned how to dye yarn together, and we used it for math lessons, and then we used it for science lessons, and she loved it. So we put the little studio in, we got her a 5-tier basket, and we let her fill it with yarn. And she kind of grew up with this community. And so it was just like a natural transition for her. So she was, designing her label and deciding what she was going to call her yarn for her little basket. And one of our knitters said, well, we're just going to call it Emma's yarn. So you might as well just call it Emma's yarn. And so Emma's yarn was born of that. And then people were asking for it, and people that weren't our customers that have known Emma since she was little were buying it.
Mm.
And she was really producing some beautiful, beautiful colors. So yeah, when my oldest graduated from college, we pulled her in too and decided to make a go at it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So right now, who's dyeing yarn?
Okay, so right now we have kind of a big team,
Oh,
really.
okay.
So Emma is
Mhm.
dyeing yarn.
Mhm.
Kiana,
Mhm.
who is my oldest son's significant other, she is one of our
Wow.
lead dyers. And Alyssa, who is Emma's longest best friend. They met when they were 4, and they've been best friends ever since. So she's one of our dyers. Nicole is my oldest daughter's childhood best friend. She's one of our dyers. And then we have all kinds of other dye assistants. Nicole's
amazing.
sister is over there, and yeah.
That's
So-
so cool. Got a whole team.
Got a whole team.
And your oldest daughter is dyeing yarn, or like kind of
My
how-
oldest daughter is the creative director.
nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So she was
cool.
dyeing yarn, and then her and her husband moved to Colorado last year.
Oh,
So now she's the creative director.
Very
She works
cool.
we collaborate with designers, we collaborate with yarn shops, and all kinds of other makers. So she manages that.
manage
And
all
she
that.
also manages the wholesale accounts,
Wow.
that connection with those.
Because we've seen Emma's yarn in a ton of stores as we've been traveling, and it's so cool to see the reach, like from the 5-tiered basket
Yes.
in this store in
Yes.
Florida to where it is today
Yeah.
is very, very cool.
Thanks.
What about
It's-
you? Are you dyeing any yarn?
I'm not, sometimes I go in there and play because it's so much fun, but I am not good at following directions. So my stuff never turns out exactly the same. So I go in there and play and stuff, but mostly you can find me in there sometimes packing boxes or, moving yarn around and getting it dried, or just kind of coordinating efforts
Yeah.
in the studio. So
Amazing.
yeah.
So what kind of community things do you have, either here at the store or just that you do?
Well, we love to hang out.
Mhm.
So we're sitting in our living room now.
Yes.
The living room's always open. So there's usually people sitting, knitting, spinning, crocheting. Sometimes weavers are in here
Yeah.
weaving. It's a lot of fun.
I saw someone
embroidering.
or
Yes,
something.
last night somebody was
Yeah.
embroidering and
Yeah.
at night. Yeah, so our living room's always open. People can always hang out here, and we do a knit night once a week.
Mhm.
And that's always fun.
Yeah.
It's our late night knit night. We also put a lot of effort into our newsletters. We love to share with, and I know that not everybody can come here.
Mhm.
So we do have like a big online store, and we love to share through our newsletters. We try to do knit-alongs on Zoom every once in a while.
Fun.
But a lot of times it's just here in the living room, but we'll kind of try to extend that. But,
That's
yeah.
super cool. And do you have any classes?
oh,
you do?
yes. Yeah, so we have classes all the time. We love to bring teachers in. So we have hosted some of the best knitting teachers. We've had, Carson Demers, Tony Lipsy was just here.
Mhm.
Carson Demers is an amazing teacher. Lisa Ross, Casapinka comes every year. Leslie from Knit Graffiti. Telly Bean Knits, Stephanie from Telly Bean Knits. We have a constant schedule of these amazing teachers.
That's great.
So we get them to come here because it's warm here.
Like, come
We're
and
like,
have a
come to
vacation."
Florida. We have sunshine and yarn.
So what's the best way for everyone to like keep up with y'all with your yarns, your colorways that are coming out, your classes that are happening? Where can we find all of
The
that
best way
info?
is our newsletter. Like I
Okay.
said, we put so much effort into our newsletter every week. So you can sign up online. We have our website, fourpurls.com. There's a little under the contact us, there's a little newsletter thing. You can sign up there, or you can just send us an email, info@fourpurls.com, and we'll add you to the list. But
Awesome.
that's the best way, I think, to keep up, or come hang out in the living room.
Yeah, come visit.
Yeah, come visit.
You can do the whole, like your whole town is very cute.
Oh,
so
it's
many things
so
to do.
cute. It's a really cute town, and it gets overlooked because we're not Orlando or we're not Tampa, but Winter Haven's a great town. Legoland is here, so if you have kids, you can drop them off at Legoland and come here. Well, maybe not drop them off at Legoland. Take them to Legoland and come here.
One day for the kids, one day for
that's right
for mom.
And we have an amazing lake system. So we have 28 lakes that are connected by man-made canals.
Cool.
So you can rent a boat for the day and just spend the whole day going from lake to lake. We have so many beautiful birds. You'll see alligators.
Wow.
It's being on the lakes here is super special.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having us here today, letting us tour and sitting down to interview. It's just been so much fun.
Oh, thanks for coming.
Yes, my favorite part. Now I get to go shopping. Should I get more?
No. Yeah.